Hello and happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you had some time to rest, to do some practice, maybe to study a little bit. And I hope you had time with your families. On Friday, I posted some practice and some work about modals of advice. So you reviewed, for some people, a review of the words should, ought to, and had better. And so you watched a video that gave you those bits of information. And then you tried some exercises using those, and you also did a little bit of practice on if. And I gave you a reading, a challenging reading about conversation. But before I posted my lessons, I posted two Canadian moment videos. One, I think I can't remember now. I believe it was the beaver, a short video about the beaver. And I mentioned that those hinterland who's who videos about common animals around us are videos that are almost icons, symbols of Canadian and being Canadian for people who were children or who were young in the late 1960s, 1970s, even 1980s, because that who's who, hinterland who's who with these little cute videos of animals are something that was on television all the time, and many children learned the names of animals watching them. I also posted a video that was about 12 minutes long with some different Canadian prime ministers from Canada's past, and we can talk a little bit about their names, what their accomplishments might have been, their political parties, what province they came from, and how they led the government when they were our government leader. I posted today a video about another Canadian icon or symbol, and that is the flag of Canada. The flag of Canada is new, relatively new. It was chosen, I believe, in 1964 or 1965. And the prime minister at the time was a man named Lester Pearson. So in the video you would have seen Prime Minister Pearson. He was the prime minister before Pierre Trudeau, Justin Trudeau's father. Prime Minister Pearson was the prime minister for 5 years, 1963 to 1968. He's famous for many things. He was a prime minister for a short time, but his government did many things that we still see today as being very important for Canada. One of them was the flag. So these heritage minutes are another short set of videos that the government produced and shared with Canadians. Each heritage minute had a little historical fact about Canada. This one has an actor who is playing the part of Lester Pearson, and it is about the flag and the choice of Canada's flag in the 1960s. What I like about this is it shows you many examples of flags that were brought forward as possible Canadian flags before they chose the flag we have. For example, on my screen you can see this one was talked about as a possible flag of Canada. What do you think of that flag? this one that sort of looks like the flag of Japan as a possible flag of Canada. This flag was a flag that Mr. Pearson really liked, a white flag with 3 leaves like this. And that was a flag that was talked about for a long time. And this flag, let's see if I can get a better picture of it, was also very much talked about with blue, the maple leaves, and the white background. And finally, oh, here's an important flag. This was the flag of Canada. So it had the British flag, it was red, and it had this little coat of arms. That was our flag for many years. Until finally, of course, they show all these different, look at this one as a possible flag. Many different ones were brought forward. And of course, this is the flag that was chosen in the end. So for today's comment, something you can share is when you watch these and see the different flags, are there any choices of flag in this little video when you watch it that you think would be better than this flag that we have? So it's an interesting video with all these different flags. Look at this one. This one could have been the Canadian flag, or this one could have been the Canadian flag. It's quite interesting to think how we would see the country had one of those flags been chosen. So I hope you enjoyed that little video about Canada's flag. Now, today's main focus, as you read, this week we are going to try to do 4 assessments. And those 4 assessments are going to be about Canada. And they are also going to be using conditionals and modals of advice. So Friday, we reviewed these modals of advice, should, ought to, and had better. Today, you're going to watch 2 videos about social custom and conversation in Canada. This first video has about 5 minutes. Things you should never say to a Canadian. So I thought this might be an interesting one about topics that are not good topics to talk about, or things that might be offensive to a Canadian. Of course, this is this video's opinion. She gives, I think, 7 or 8 different topics that you should never talk about, or things you should never say. And I really like her first one. Maybe I'll just see. She usually writes it out. Does she write it out? No, she doesn't. You'll see that her first topic that she says never talk to or talk about is Canadians and Americans are the same, aren't they? So she talks about some things that you shouldn't say to Canadians. It's an interesting little video. I'm interested in your opinion. And watch the video. Write down the advice she gives you. And with that advice, try the quiz that follows. There's a short quiz. What I'm really interested in this exercise is this question that I'm going to ask you here. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger. After you watch this video, make sure you take some notes so that you can write the quiz. But when you finish for a comment question, imagine that I was going to visit your home country. Maybe I was going to China. Maybe I was going to Thailand. Maybe I was going to Afghanistan, or maybe Saudi Arabia. Maybe I was going to one of these countries, Korea or Vietnam. What are 3 things that you would tell me. So you see this pattern in the video. Can you think of 3 things then that are about your home country that you would give me advice as to not to do? What are some things I should not talk about? And what are some things or I should not do? So after you watch this video about Canada, imagine that you were giving me advice about your home country. What would you tell me that I should not do or talk about? So that's a little exercise that you can do in the comments. So watch the video, and of course you can see in this instructions that when you're finished the video, there's a short quiz that you can finish, okay? Now, after the quiz, I'm going to ask you to try another video. So you will see this video, and it says 24 Canadian taboos. The word taboo is a word that we use to talk about either conversation topics, or it could be behavior, like a way of acting, or it might be something we say, something we do, that in a society, in a place, are seen to be rude, inappropriate, things that we should not do. Taboo. So, for example, in class, you had better not cheat, because cheating is a taboo. It's rude, and it's something that is wrong. So anytime you have a custom in a society, in a country, in a place, Canadian custom or Canadian society and social, how people act with each other, there are going to be taboos. These are behaviors, things that you should avoid. So this is a really good topic to bring together some of this grammar we've been studying. So if you are visiting Canada, here are some things you should not do, and here are some things you should do. So this is bringing together the conditionals that we have studied, plus a modal of advice. This video has 24 different taboos. So as you watch the video, what I'm going to ask you to focus on, by all means, if you want to talk about all 24, you can. But this video has 24 things that are thought to break social custom in Canada. And then I explain what a taboo is. Watch the video and make a list of the things in the video that are said to be taboos. 24 is a lot. So as you're watching, what are 3 taboos, 3 things in the video that are new to you, that you did not know were taboos? What are 3 that are similar in Canada and in your home country? What is the most surprising one when you see it and you go, oh, I didn't know that? And after you watch, can you think of any time in the past month or 6 months where you have done something in this video with some Canadians around you that now you look back and think, maybe that was a mistake? When you watch the video, take these notes, answer these questions, have them on a piece of paper, bring them to class, and then the last part is you're going to do a little assignment, video assignment, answering those questions. So I hope you enjoyed today's class and videos. and we will see you